Dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, again I would like to thank the Georgian Muslim Union for inviting me to this forum. The widening of the gap of understanding between different cultures and religions poses a growing threat to humanity. Up until now, numerous initiatives were launched in order to promote dialogue among religions and cultures. Turkey supports all these initiatives and tries to contribute to them as much as she can. However, to be frank, one can see that a great deal of these initiatives only highlight the need of dialogue by merely describing the current situation, but fail to offer a strategic and pragmatic approach on what needs to be done in concrete terms. In our judgment, throughout history, all communities have contributed in their unique way to the humanity and to our common civilization with their cultural and religious richness. Irrespective of their religious and cultural attributions, human beings have all pursued a common civilizational trajectory shaped by more or less similar instincts and ideals, from the most primitive to the most sophisticated ones. What needs to be done is to make these common values to be more visible. We have to make clear that the violence, terror, and intolerance that is affecting us all cannot be attributable to religions or cultural motives. But on the contrary, no religion or culture comprises elements encouraging discord among people. The political, economic, and social factors that currently drive certain groups and societies to violence and antagonistic thinking should be all well researched. And while doing so, the circumstances and the dynamics of today's world should be taken into account as much as the historical developments. At this point, a special emphasis on the role of civil society should be made. For our societies are currently at risk of being encamped against each other as a result of long-dated prejudices, misperceptions, and misdirections, and that it would not be possible to mobilize them against this trend through top-to-down information campaigns. The fight against this exclusion reflex and risk of division on the basis of subjective dictums of civilization should be supported by an effective bottom-up civil society movement. With this understanding, Turkey gave and has been given full support to several initiatives. Here I would like to give one concrete example what Turkey has been doing on international platform to promote peace. The Alliance of Civilizations, which was launched in 2005 by the then Prime Ministers Erdogan of Turkey and Zapatero of Spain, to be later adopted by the Secretary General of the United Nations to become a UN initiative, is co-chaired by Turkey and Spain. I would like to give some background information about this initiative, as I regard it highly relevant to this forum. Initiated against the backdrop of the global war on terror, Huntington's prediction of the clash of civilizations in the aftermath of 9/11, and the chain of bombing attacks that in particular targeted Bali, Madrid, Egypt, Istanbul, and London in 2005, the United Nations Alliance of Civilizations, UNAOC, was created to improve understanding and cooperative relations among nations and peoples across cultures and religions, and in the process to help counter the forces that fuel polarization and extremism. UNAOC generated an ever-growing support from countries as well as from regional and international organizations. As of this year, UNAOC membership of the group of friends has reached to 145. The atmosphere of mutual distrust, fear and polarization prevalent in recent years, particularly between the Islamic world and the West, has been exploited by a number of circles. The alliance aims at stemming this trend by garnering a broad coalition to foster greater cross-cultural tolerance and understanding. It bases itself on the understanding that all countries and communities are interdependent in such areas as development, security, environment, and prosperity, and intends to generate a political will to counter prejudices, stereotypes, and reciprocal misgivings between and among persons and groups belonging to different religious and cultural backgrounds. The alliance has quickly become the foremost initiative in the area of interreligious and cross-cultural dialogue. In order to ensure a proper coordination of the activities within the domain of the alliance, a secretariat within the United Nations was established in New York. The secretariat runs the day-to-day activities of the alliance while running programs to enhance its visibility and overseeing the implementation of concrete areas in the alliance's 4 areas of priority, namely youth, media, education, and migration. His Excellency Nasser Abdulaziz Al-Nasser has been the High Representative of the Alliance of Civilizations since 1st of January 2013. The High Representative reiterated on several occasions that peace, security, human rights, and development are mutually reinforcing elements. Without peace, there will be no chance for development. He firmly believes that building tolerance, respecting diversity, and promoting coexistence is a moral obligation if we want to advance the causes of peace, human rights, and development. With a view to firmly entrenching the alliance at the international arena, a draft resolution was submitted to the 64th session of the United Nations General Assembly by 96 co-sponsors. The draft was adopted unanimously to become a UN General Assembly resolution. The main international event of the alliance is the annual forums, where numerous heads of state or government, ministers and statesmen, as well as representatives of NGOs, various faith and youth organizations, media, academicians, numbering in the thousands, meet to exchange views, experiences and ideas related to the Alliance's progress and possible future goals. Since 2008, the UNAOC has convened 5 global forums. In Madrid in 2008, Istanbul 2009, Rio de Janeiro in 2010, Doha in 2011, and Baku in 2016. These forums rendered UNAOC as one of the most relevant UN platforms for intercultural dialogue, understanding and cooperation by connecting governments, lawmakers, local authorities, civil society organizations, and the media and religious leaders devoted to promoting trust and understanding between diverse communities, specifically between Muslim and Western societies. Regional strategies constitute another important component within the overall mechanism of the alliance. These strategies establish a framework for encouraging cooperation among countries belonging to the same religion and provide a stimulus for non-governmental actors to become more involved in the alliance's work by developing projects to advance the interreligious and cross-cultural understanding and harmony. The regional strategies frame the domains of activity and goals, while the projects to be undertaken within the scheme are compiled into an action plan, which also constitutes an integral part of this strategy. A notable number of projects to advance the Alliance's ideals in the region were developed and submitted to the pertinent countries and international organizations for consideration. At the national level, the Alliance has called for the elaboration of national plans to disseminate greater knowledge and increase both awareness and sensitivity about the process within the public opinion. These plans contain numerous projects aimed at bolstering national support of the Alliance and cultivating an environment of intercultural harmony within a given country. Turkey has been proud to be co-chair of this initiatives, and we are encouraging everyone, all NGOs and civil society organizations, to take part and at least follow closely what they have been doing. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned in my introductory speech, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the founder of the Republic of Turkey, laid the foundation of our understanding of peace with the following principle: peace at home, peace in the world. This is also the motto of our foreign ministry. With this understanding, Turkey has been actively involved in every part of the world to promote peace. We are #1 donor country in the world according to GDP. We have been extending our helping hand to the countries or to our friends needed everywhere in the world, be it in Africa, in the Middle East, everywhere. Turkey has been trying and firmly determined to promote values to uphold peace. At the end of my speech, I would like to make a reference to what happened in Turkey on 15th of July this year. One group which had been presented itself as promoting peace, moderate Islamic values, and mutual understanding has showed its real face to Turkey and international community that under the disguise of these positive values, they have been breeding and increasing hatred and turning their members into terrorists to take over country which have been developing in every ground and led by a democratically elected government. This shows that there is a danger. Religion and peace. Religion is peace, as a matter of fact, but unfortunately, groups using religion for their political purposes has been always causing discord among people and wars and everything. So the problem is not religion itself, because all religions promote peace, but the problem is the people who are using religion for their terrorist or negative ends. So we should be careful not to let these people to use our religions and bring negative perceptions to our religions or to humanity in general. So we condemn and we do our best to fight against these groups in Turkey and in the world, and we are giving support to any country on any international platform to fight against terrorism and people who are misusing religions. With this, I would like to end my speech. I would like to thank you for your attention, and thanks again for inviting me.